everyone, this is Sonia and you're watching my channel Sonia Psychology Classes. So in last class we had done what are experimental designs, and in this class we'll be doing what is validity and what is reliability. So very important, let's get started. Whenever we do a research, it is very important that the quality of the research is good. So what do you mean by quality of the research? Means the validity and the reliability of the research should be very good. Whatever methods we are using, the techniques we are using, the tools or whatever the procedure is should be of good quality and in the right way. Only then whatever results come in are the true results. Otherwise it can very badly affect our results. So many students, they interchangeably use the terms reliability and validity, but they are not used interchangeably. They are very different. So we'll be studying about it. First is, what is validity? Now validity means that we are measuring what we are supposed to measure, what we intend to measure. So for example, I'll give you an example here. Let's say I am a researcher and I'm designing a IQ questionnaire. Now IQ is made of various abilities: your reasoning, logical, analytical, your general knowledge, mathematical. So all these abilities together and so on, a few more are there. So all these abilities together make the IQ test. Okay. Now IQ test is not related to writing ability or reading ability or your physical ability. Okay, so these abilities are not counted in IQ. Even your emotional ability or your social ability is not a part of IQ. So if I am designing a questionnaire, it should have all those abilities or those questions that are relevant to IQ. If I am putting in a question of writing ability, which is not related to IQ, if I am putting a question of reading ability or physical ability, which is not related to IQ, that means I am not measuring what I am supposed to measure. So the validity would be low of that questionnaire. If I am using any question that is supposed to measure what it intends to measure, only then I would say the reliability of my test, of my research is higher. So validity is very important. Validity means what it intends to measure. Next is reliability. So what is reliability? Reliability means consistency. Okay, validity was accuracy, reliability is consistency. So consistency means that every time I use that questionnaire, it is going to give me same or the similar results. For example, I am using a personality questionnaire. So I have designed a personality questionnaire. For example, it is given to me and I do the questionnaire, and the result comes as that I'm extremely introvert. Okay, now after like 2 weeks or a month, I again do that questionnaire and my personality is coming out that I am extrovert, and after 6 months I again do it and it comes I'm extremely extrovert. So no, this is completely unstable. There is no consistency. Whatever the results are coming randomly. It is coming, it is not coming same or similar. So in that case, I would say the reliability of the questionnaire is very low. So the questions are to be designed of a questionnaire in such a way that every time you perform that questionnaire, whatever the results come in, it has to be consistent every time a participant attempts that questionnaire. Maybe after 6 months or 2 weeks or after 1 year, because personality is not going to change. More or less it is going to be the same. The basic nature is going to be same. A little bit difference can be there. That is why I'm not saying same, but similar results should be there. There can't be a drastic change from extremely introvert to extremely extrovert. It cannot be like that. So that is why reliability is consistency. Every time if my results are coming same or similar, I would say that the reliability of this questionnaire is high. So let's just compare on a few aspects, validity and reliability. Here the validity first is that it is measuring what it is supposed to measure, and reliability here means that every time I am measuring it under the same conditions of the same participant, it is going to give me a almost similar result. Tested or assessed, validity I'm going to assess that whatever the answers coming, it is resonating well with the concepts or the theories that are there. Okay, and how reliability is assessed, that every time on different times of the same participant under the same conditions when I'm doing, it is giving me a similar result. Now this third one is little tricky. How is it relatable? Now understand one thing. If a questionnaire is valid, it is most likely to be reliable as well. But if it is reliable, it might not be valid. So what does it mean? So it means if it is valid in nature, that means the validity is high. We are actually measuring what we are supposed to measure, then obviously every time you measure it, the answers are going to come the same. So if the validity is high, it is also going to be reliable. It is also going to be consistent. But if it is reliable, even if every time the answers are coming right, or same, I mean, even if it's coming same every time, it is not necessarily means that the validity, the whatever the questions are the right ones. So validity can be low even if the reliability is high. Next we do the types of validity. So there are 3 types of validity. So first is construct validity. Now what is construct validity? It means that whatever I am measuring, it is well resonating with the existing concept or the theory of what I am measuring. So for example, I am measuring a participant self-esteem. So I have designed a questionnaire of self-esteem for that participant. Now self-esteem is a trait which is also assumably related with social skills and optimism. So whatever the scores come for the social skills, similar scores should also come for the optimism and social skills, because all the traits are somewhere related. So even the scores of these traits should be similar or same. So if that is happening, that means the correlation is very strong between these traits, between the scores of these traits. And if the correlation is strong, that means the construct validity is high. So second is content validity. Content means whatever is there, the content of the questionnaire. Content validity means that I am covering all the aspects, only then I can say that it is highly valid. I'll give you an example. I just gave an example sometime back of the Icse questionnaire. Now Icse questionnaire is consists of various abilities. It is logical, it is reasoning, it is mathematical, it is your general knowledge, your analytical skills. So all these abilities are there. Okay, now for example, when I am making a questionnaire, I only put general knowledge and analytical skills. That is it. Now of course the validity is high because they are actually measuring the IQ, but it is only measuring partial part of IQ. Other aspects I have not put in. So it's a wrong way, because I cannot say that if a person has scored very high on these abilities, I cannot say that the person has a high IQ, because there are the other abilities are not included in this questionnaire. So the content validity of this questionnaire is low. Third is the criterion validity. It means that whatever we are measuring, it very well corresponds to the other aspects of the same concept. For example, there is a region where all the voters are there, and I ask them, I do a survey and I ask them which political party you think is the best, or with which political party you are the happiest, and what are your feelings like. So I get all the positive feedback for one particular political party, and when the result comes in, the other party has won. So now here there is no resonance at all. On one place, on one time, they were the voters were stating that they were very happy and they're highly satisfied with that particular political party. But when the result comes out, it's completely the opposite. Some other party has won. So here the results are not corresponding with what they had written in the questionnaire. So that means the criterion validity of my questionnaire is low. So I hope you understood validity. Now let's do the types of reliability. So the first is test-retest reliability. I already gave you example on this in the introduction. It means when we do a test and then we take a retest, the answers of both the tests should be same or similar. So for example, I gave an example before about the IQ or of the personality test, where one person is doing the personality test. So whatever the result comes in, like I have a typical kind of a personality, there are certain traits that I have that is basically in my nature, so which cannot be changed as such over time. So after 6 months, when I again take that test, retest, the answer should be same or quite similar. And after 1 year, when I again take the test, after 1 year, then again the test should be similar or same. So this is called test-retest reliability. Every time there is a consistency between the tests that I take. Next is inter-rater reliability. What does that mean? It means that if, for example, if I am a researcher and I rate a questionnaire, I take out the result or the scores after seeing the questionnaire or whatever it is, or as an observer, whatever notes I make. The same kind is also done by the other researcher. So there are 2 to 3 researchers or more researchers, and each researcher is giving a similar kind of result. So that means the inter-rater reliability is high of that test. So whatever the scores are coming, it is being analyzed same way or on the similar manner by all of the raters. Next is internal consistency. Okay, internal consistency means that within the test, whether there is this consistency or no. Let's say there is a personality test. I do the first 10 questions and the whole questionnaire has 20 questions in total. This is just an example. In personality test, there are 20 questions. So I do first 10 questions and I take out the score which says that I am very introvert. Then I do question number 11 to 20, next 10 questions, and the answers come in that I am very extrovert. Now there is no internal consistency. On half of my questionnaire is saying that I am very introvert, and half of the questionnaire is saying how I am very extrovert. How is it even possible? It is not possible. So obviously the whatever half of the questionnaire is saying, the same or similar this next half of the questionnaire should also be saying, or different items should bring in the score or the result, what other questions or what other parts of the questionnaires are bringing in. So even if you split the questionnaire in 2 to 3 parts, the scores should be same or quite similar. So that is called internal consistency. So very important as a researcher to ensure that the reliability and the validity of your study is good, of your research is good. If it's not good, it is going to bring in untrue, bad results, not valid enough. So it is important that your validity and reliability is good. So you are a new researcher, how you're going to ensure it? So the first is that you make ensure as a researcher that whatever methods you are using to do the study, to do the research, that is an appropriate method. Sampling is also very, very important. Now if I want to study the if I'm doing research on, let's say, diapers or something, obviously my sampling cannot be adolescents. It has to be new mothers who have just given birth to the kids, or who have toddlers or newborns. So basically whosoever is using the diapers, their mothers. Or if I am doing something in the investment and banking research on that, so maybe a homemaker or some college going, most likely, or school person will not be the right sample. So I need to make sure that my sampling techniques and the sample target audience are the right for the study. Next is, how do you ensure that your questionnaire or your study research is higher on reliability? Make sure that you apply the methods consistently. So there is a consistency between all the methods during your procedure or during your research. Second is the standardization. Standardization means using the same technique, same instruction, same participants, same environment, same procedure, everything is same. So it is standardized throughout your research. So standardization is very, very important. It cannot be like you're doing research on one day where the situation environment is totally different, and on another day the environment is completely different. So you cannot do it that way. You have to make sure that whenever you're doing, there is a standardization. So here we are done with our chapter, what is validity and reliability. Very important, sometimes little tricky for the students. And in my next video, please do watch that, where I'll be putting up some practice questions for validity and reliability, so you get a good hang of it, practice effect, and so you are able to answer those questions. If you want, please let me know, write your comments in the below comment section, and I can also put up answers in another video or in the same video. I'll see to that. So please do let me know, and do subscribe me so that you get the notification whenever my new video on new topic on the chapter comes in. You are notified for the same. Till then, bye bye.